Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, time for Tuesday Q&A. And we are entertaining your personal questions about what might be going on with you in your life. For those of you for those of you who don't know me, I'm Kimberly Sherry, international energy expert. I've been in this field for more than 20 years. Most of my awakening came from the plant medicine ayahuasca, also working with Dr. David Hawkins Scale, that goes to 1,000 until I finally broke through that scale in 2012, created a new scale, the Infinity Scale, and a whole system that goes with this scale, how to measure calibrations. So this is the Infinity System. It's all outlined in my book, available on Amazon. Access Your Ultimate Power, the Blueprint to Infinite Intelligence. So welcome, Germany. Michelle, good to have you here. And Onako. And Roma, of course, always from London. So great to have you. So questions today. What have we got? We're going to start right at the top. And what I'm doing, I didn't know you were from Croatia. Awesome. What I'm doing is I'm tapping into your energy field. It's a quantum field that is available to everyone who knows how to access it, and helping you get some clarity about where you're at, what's going on, and then we'll do a little bit of energy clearing along with that. So Onako from Croatia. Greetings, Kimberly. Can you possibly, let me do this. Sorry, I've remembered I could do that now from the beginning. Can you possibly release me and my boyfriend from toxicity? It's been a wild sort of ride. I've been waiting for them for 7 years. Finally, they're coming. We're waiting for to Organis. Not quite sure what that means. So it sounds like you've been waiting for your boyfriend to get his act together for 7 years. Is that my correct understanding? Let's see what else you've got here. End of school for Bubs. I feel a little the world against us. It was always hard and awkward. I did mistakes a little and could help, but avatar for money. Okay. So actually, even the briefer you can be, the better, because I don't need the whole story. But you basically want me to look at your relationship space with your boyfriend of 7 years and having a hard time. So let's, first of all, there's several things we can look at. So one, I like to, let's put up an avatar, first of all, for your we space, your relationship space. And so as we do this, and in fact, how to use avatars for the we space or your business space are outlined in the last 2 chapters of my book, if you want to get all the details. But for you, your we space is grounded, and it does have earth energy coming up through the legs. The worry circle, though, is congested out to that second layer where there's a lot of anger and resentment. So let's drop that down the grounding, because that is definitely a buzzkill for relationships, right? Resentment and anger do not carry love very far, right? So we're going to help you release all of this resentment that's right at your grounding. And we're going to release this at your grounding. And then let's see how many creative rings you have that you can create with. And that's going to make everything a little more intense. You have 15. That's a decent amount, although for this long of a relationship, it is what it is. So the rings are where you want to place your dreams, your desires, your intentions, your goals for this relationship. And these rings are stacked above your head. So we're going to bring pure source down through those rings. It's actually stacked above the head of the we space avatar. You have your own as well, but we're applying the same principles to the avatar. So as pure source is coming into these rings, it's slowly recalibrating your dreams and desires. And so the kinds of things that you would want to put in these rings are things like mutual respect for each other, maybe pleasant surprises and fun adventures, and a sexually satisfying relationship. It's amazing how many people are in relationships where there is no sex. And to me, that's a barometer. Your sexual relationship is a barometer of the health of your relationship. So when that starts to go, it's usually the first thing that starts to go when things are going a little sideways. So that would be great, right? To have that up in your rings and, mutual respect, love, admiration, appreciation, whatever you desire to have in these rings. Okay, so now as it's coming into the crown, it's stopping right there. So there is no permission right now to have that what you desire in those rings. So the permission circle is congested all the way out to that 15th layer. So let's pull that in. I'm going to pull that in so that you can start giving yourself permission to have all these dreams and desires that are sitting in your creative rings. So as I pull this in, or helping you pull this in, it stops right at the 4th layer. So that tells me there's a big judgment. There's a big judgment that's not allowing you to give yourself permission to have this space. And there's also a lot of anger in here as well. Yeah, so anger is not going to drive, well, it will drive your relationship, but it will drive it into the dirt. So let's bring, unless you use the anger, not against each other, but to move you to action. So anger is there to tell you if there's some sort of injustice that needs to be talked about and communicated. And usually anger builds and builds when we don't feel heard and understood. So as we bring pure source down through these rings, 7, 6, 5, 4, and then right at the heart, it's stopping again. Also out to the 15th layer. That's that 1% energy that is trying to create divisions across the board in all aspects, in families, in countries, in between men and women, young and old, rich and poor, however they can, races, however political, however they can create a division, they're happy to do that. So this is their energy in your heart, they, the 1%. Okay, there we go. And as it's coming down through the heart, 3, 2, 1, good. Coming up the front. Okay, that looks clear. And then the aura, the 3rd layer. So clear that where there's a lot of effort in there. It's a lot of effort, especially around the heart space. And even you personally, so not talking about the avatar, your heart is only open 50%. Okay. So as we're clearing, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Let's clear the 15th layer, starting at the bottom, lifting that energy up. Okay, great. And then 25th layer, where there's a lot of fear. So that's really what's underneath all the anger, is the fear that he'll leave you, the fear that maybe he's seeing someone else, or the fear that, I don't know, whatever your fears are. Those are the 2 most common fears. So we're going to lift all this fear up and out. And then the circle of reciprocity, it only goes out to that the right elbow. So the giving, like you start to give, you intend to give, but it doesn't follow through all the way. So we want to bring that giving, implementing masculine energy of that right arm. I want to pull it all the way out that right arm. And then we want you to receive in this relationship. So the receiving stops right at the left wrist. So let's gently pull the receiving all the way up that arm, to the front and back of the heart, throat, 6, crown, rings. Excellent. So that is a good start. And I'll give you a little bit of homework. And also, so your heart is, well, it's only open, it's closed down because of the result of what we've been doing. It's closed down a little bit. Maybe you're judging yourself. So it's closed down to 15%. So you're protecting yourself. And, those fears, once those came up, it's like, you felt like you wanted to maybe run and hide or, really protecting. So let's see if you're ready to open your heart. Yes. And so let's see where that is blocked that can help you open your heart a little bit more. It's down in the root, out to the 4th layer. So it doesn't feel safe to open your heart. So let's release that fear here, because in a relationship, if you're the one who's closed down and waiting for the other person, there's probably some victim energy here as well. Yes, 95% victim energy. So let's intend on releasing both the fear and the victim energy so you don't feel victimized, because as long as you're holding this much victim energy, you will manifest that in your relationship. Either he will be abusive, or he'll leave you holding the bag and you'll feel victimized that way, or in some way feel as though you've been taken advantage of. And it's kind of the story I'm already hearing. So that this is the reasons, because we're manifesting what's going on in here, right? So when we change what's going on in here and in these avatars, then we can change our outer world. Okay, so now the heart, notice, let everyone know here how that feels different from having this closed heart to having an open heart. And there's 15% victim right here in the 6th chakra. So there's some beliefs that you're still holding. Okay, okay, good. So this is, just a drop in the bucket of what can be done for yourself, your relationship, but it's a great start. So it's helpful if you can let others know. That's kind of the give and take. So I give a lot here, and then it's your job, or it's helpful when you can give some words of how this is affecting you, so that people can see that what we're doing here is real, happening in present time. You're all the way in Croatia, but this is affecting you in real time. So let others know how, so that they're not my words, they're your words. Great. Michelle from Germany, great. A smoking addiction. I'm smoking just 5 to 6 cigarettes a day, but am very addicted to them. Can you please help me find the cause of my addiction? Thank you. All right, we'll do our best. Let's see what we can find. So in your root chakra, all the way up to the 25th layer. So there's some fears in your root that are related to this addiction, this need to want to feel different. So this is usually what happens with an addiction, is you start to feel a certain way. So in the root, all the way up to the 25th layer. So as we're pulling in these fears, so you start to feel the fears, and that makes you feel uncomfortable. As a matter of fact, you're only in your body 15%. So these fears are really making you feel uncomfortable. And when you start to feel the fear, you want to feel different. So there's a million addictions that people can do to feel different than actually addressing what's going on. So as we're pulling out these fears out of your root, we're actually going to send them up through the central core, releasing these fears off planet. So let's see what some of these fears are. A fear of the unknown, a fear of being enough. Now that's a big one, because this enoughness, it becomes like a hamster wheel where you're trying to prove something that's already true. Like you already are lovable, you already are worthy, and you already are enough. But if you don't believe it, then you're going to be on this constant thing of trying to prove that you're enough. So that fear of not being enough is also an underlying cause here. Displeasing others, that's another one. Those are some big ones. So we're releasing these fears down your grounding, but we're also going to send this energy up through the central core off planet, since it relates to this layer where all the fear hangs out. There's also some beliefs in your sixth chakra. I should have done this before, because I like to measure before and after, like how addicted you are, or we'll say were. How addicted were you when you asked that question? Okay, 100%. So the goal would be to get this addiction energetically down to 0. And then if you were to say work, you could do this on your own, but if you weren't able to do it on your own, then you would work with me, and I would help you maintain this 0 addiction energetically, so the rest of your body can catch up. And then all the things that keep you addicted will start coming out. All the fears will start coming out. You may even like physically detox. Let's see what else. 7, 6. So do you have some beliefs that are also all the way up to that 25th layer? So this is more of those fears that are showing up. You also have, interestingly enough, a fear of success. You don't have a fear of failure, but you do have a fear of success. Whew, okay, let's get rid of that. Like, what if you actually were successful with overcoming your addiction? Like, what if that were to happen? So let's remeasure the addiction right now based on what we cleared. It's down to 15%. So we're going to go back down to the root, out to that 3rd layer. And so this is the energy of where you feel powerless over this addiction. Like it's got you, you're not in control of it, right? It's controlling you. So you feel powerless over it. So we're releasing that energy down the grounding. Whew. Okay, great. So now energetically, it's down to 0. It's not going to stay there. And that's where the work needs to get done. So you can either do it on your own, or as I have, as I've been doing here. And if you don't know how to do that, I would suggest doing some work with me so we can extend the possibility of you really giving up this addiction and all the energies that go along with it. So let us know if you feel any different, even just doing this little bit of energy work. That would be helpful. And certainly, if you have some immediate results, like maybe even today, notice how much you feel inclined to go and have a smoke. So, you know, I can clear energy here, but it's up to you to confirm the deletion, or that the energies were deleted, by you taking different actions. So noticing, you know, oh, I'm not really feeling like I even want a cigarette right now. Or maybe you only have 2 today instead of 5 or 6. So that's progress. All right, let us know, Michelle. And for those of you who are interested in working with me, where that starts is with a vibrational altitude report, where I measure 40 plus things without speaking to you, knowing anything about you. I don't need to see a picture. You just order your report, and please put your full name on it, because it keeps our files straight. So that would be great. Okay, Alaf, welcome. And okay, so this is this is where you can access my book, where all of this whole system is outlined. Okay, Champa, here's a great question. How do you attract clients to your business? So there's a couple answers to that. So one is, if you want to be more magnetic, you need to amplify your feminine energy. That's the feminine magnet, so that you're drawing clients to you instead of only using masculine energy to go out and chase and force and get things and make things happen. So let's measure a few things. First, your masculine energy is at 50%, and your feminine energy, 50%. So that's a 50-50 balance, but we really want them to be at 100% each. 100%, so that you use the masculine energy to create structures and to get things done, but it's also balanced with that feminine magnetic energy. So let's raise those two. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So in the root chakra, out to that third layer. So when it comes to stepping into the power of both of these energies, there's sometimes, you know, if we've seen a lot of abusive masculine energy, then we think to ourselves, when I say masculine energy, I'm meaning like men in your life, that then you don't want to be like those men. But that's not what masculine energy is. Masculine energy, as I'm referring to it, is something that both men and women have, that is that outward energy of the mind. So it creates structures, etc. And then as far as the feminine energy goes, there's an energy that gets held in the root that is also related to a belief that says that feminine energy is a weak energy. And so people don't want to feel weak. So the feminine energy is not a weak energy. It's a very powerful energy if you have access to it. So that's that magnet. It's that inner introspection. It's that infinite intelligence in our heart. So the feminine energy is all that heart energy. So if we amplify our heart, we can also magnetize more clients that way. Okay, so we're releasing these energies that are keeping the masculine and feminine energies down. Let's remeasure. Okay, so now both of those energies are up to 100%. Let's check your heart, because that's also another important part of magnetizing clients. So let's see. So your heart's open 100%, so that's great. So as you are leading with your heart energy makes everything more attractive, right? Let's also do one other thing that can be related to this, which is your money vibration. There's a little glare in my face here. Your money vibration. So it is at 500. So that's the vibration of love according to the old Hawkins scale. But that's low on my scale. 250 is the kind of at the bottom of my scale. So when we want you to raise your money vibration, and for those of you who are struggling with money, let's do a quick raising of your money vibration so everyone can participate in this and follow along, so you can all raise your money vibration. Yeah, so kind of across the board, that's kind of where most of you are at right now, is at 500, where you maybe you love money like you love chocolate, but there's other people that are in your money pile with their lack mindsets and their beliefs about what you should do with money, how you should earn money, all the shoulds, and that might not ring true for you. So let's clear those out. So this is how you raise your money vibration. And also we have, Roma can post this, we have the new, yay, we finally have the new 20-minute updated 20-minute running your energy meta-clearing or meditation, so that you can practice running your energy every single day for 20 minutes. And half of this is devoted to the part that we're going to do now, which is raising your money vibration. So both parts are important. Practice it every day. It's free. So we'll have Roma post that, and you can sign up for that. Let's see. There it is. Yay. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and do the money portion of this meditation. So you're going to imagine a huge pile of money sitting out in front of you. It can be comprised of whatever relates to rich resources, money. Maybe you need a car, or you're looking for a new home, or whatever. Put that in this money pile. But we're going to ground the money pile, like attach its own private separate grounding cord from the bottom of this pile all the way to the center of the earth. And we're going to start releasing all the people that are bringing your money vibration down. So we just set that on release. Okay, so now I'm going to go through some people. You just start releasing all of these energies. So first of all, your parents, whether they're alive or not. So mother, yes, hardworking moms, martyr moms. And then your dad, yes, also very hardworking energy. If you have a partner, yes, they are also in your money pile. Exes, nope. How about children? Yes. So children can put very high demands on our money. So drop them down the grounding cord. Give them an allowance, make them earn it. So this is exchange, right? Create an exchange for that money. Okay, and then anything related to your business or your job, if you have a job, so your boss, or clients. Yes, there's clients in your money pile. And maybe you have a business partner. Yes, there's someone out there with a business partner. You're just dropping all these energies down the grounding. People you owe money to, people that owe you money. There, let's put that down the grounding so that there's not this constant push and pull with that. And you may be surprised that once you're less attached to this, that the money just comes to you and they remember, oh, they owe you that money. And then they just, I want to pay you back. So that happens. It happens a lot, actually. Okay, let's see what else. So anybody we've forgotten? And so last but not least, we're going to drain the 1% out of your money piles. There you go. That 1% that controls all the money on the planet. And we want to, instead of having that dirty low vibrating energy in our money pile. We want to have clean money, clean fuel sources, clean money that comes to us in rich resources that fuel our lives and our lifestyles and our businesses. And until there is no money, we have to be on this bridge where we're still working with money and we're still manifesting money, but we can start to manifest new resources that are clean. So now we're going to remeasure the money pile. So now it's at infinity. So from here, you want to bring this liquid gold. Imagine a liquid gold stream of energy coming out of this money pile, and it's going to come above your creative rings, above your head, and it's going to start seeping down through those rings, recalibrating your dreams and desires with money. There we go. Now, as it comes into the crown, that's where you give yourself permission to have what you desire. So right now, the permission circle is congested out to the third layer because you have this belief that you're powerless over this. Okay, just release that. Then as we're bringing this liquid gold down through the central core, it's going to spin each of the chakras on the way down so that you recalibrate your whole energy field with this high vibration of money. So 7, 6, 5, 4. So it's stopping at the heart. Let's go out to that third layer. So a couple things here about this particular energy going out to this third layer is one, that money does not represent your worth and value. So a lot of people feel worthless if they don't have enough money. So money is really more about the transformation that you create for others. That's what money represents. So the more transformation you create for other people, the more money you're going to make. So that's just how that works. So we're going to let go of all these judgments, coulda, woulda, shouldas with money. I'm just going to drop that down the grounding. So now the money's coming down through the heart and the solar plexus and the second chakra where it's stopping. 15, all the way out to the 25th layer, it's congested. So these are all the fears around money. Is money going to stick around? Is it going to abandon you? Is it going to leave you high and dry? It's so unpredictable. All those fears around money. Can I really magnetize and attract money the way I want? All those fears here in the second chakra, we're just dumping all that down the grounding. So this is something that should be done on a regular basis so that you can maintain this high money vibration. So that is what you start to attract. You start to attract clients that can actually pay you. I know that even for myself, when I first started doing coaching or mentoring in a much bigger level, that I chose the money track because I knew that that was something that I needed to work on. And so lo and behold, of course, it seemed like the only people I was attracting was people who couldn't afford to pay me. So I've changed tracks. And so now operating more with helping advanced healers, high-level coaches, and conscious entrepreneurs step into their next level of power. And so there's lots of levels and ways that can happen. And money is just one of those. So here we are pulling that in. So yeah, now I don't worry about money. It shows up when I need it. It's awesome. Okay, so as we're bringing this money down through the second and let it spill down the root, now we're going to bring this liquid gold energy up the front of your energy field, up through that central core, through the second. So it's stopping right there, out to that third layer. So this is where you feel powerless with money. You feel powerless to manage it or master it or attract it or magnetize it. And it's like you're the slave of money as opposed to you mastering and being friends with your money. So it's a completely different dynamic when you're friends with money and you have this great relationship where you take care of your money takes care of you. It's this reciprocal relationship. And so releasing this powerlessness here. So as we're bringing money up through the second chakra, so it's still stuck there. So let's see what else we have here. There's a fear entity right here that relates to money. So let's let go of that. So there's a new shortcut to releasing fear entities. And this particular one goes all the way out to the 25th layer. So here we are in the second chakra. This is your chakra where you create and manifest from. It's your energy transformer, converts energy into physical reality and things like money and clients. So we want to release all the fear out of what it is you're creating, because otherwise you're creating, right now you're creating your fears, like your fears of not having enough. That's what you're creating. Your fears of, can I really manifest clients and all this? So that's what you're creating. So we have to remove the fear. So this is the shortcut. You're going to put a black flame right in your second chakra, and we're just going to transmute this fear entity that's keeping your money, keeping you afraid of money. Like you're afraid to have money. And like, because if you have money, then that's all new fears. Like people are going to steal it. And then I have to, share it with all my family. And, so all of your fears that show up, we are clearing those right now. And so, we clear layers at a time as much as you're ready for. This is how these clearings work, is you're going to clear what you're ready to clear right now. And that's why this practice is done on a regular basis. If you were to clear everything all at once, you would implode. You would not know what to do. You would just be a gooey puddle on the ground. So this happens incrementally so that you can adjust and incorporate and integrate the changes. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can bring this money up through that second chakra now. Yes, great. So now let's come up into that solar plexus and the heart where it's stopping again. So let's recalibrate the energy of the heart so that you feel worthy and deserving of money. And letting go of all the judgments, all the coulda, woulda, shouldas with money. And it's like you're going to just drop a big guillotine. And you're just going to cut all the past away because there's nothing you can do about the past. Zero. So you're going to start fresh from here today, from right now, with a new higher money vibration so that you can start magnetizing, attracting more of what you desire. And start bringing in addition here, right here into your heart, gratitude and appreciation for everything you do have so that you can tell the universe what you want more of. And just feel into all the ways that you're currently being blessed, right? There's probably way more than you're acknowledging. Yeah, there you go. Okay, good. So now let's bring this money up through the heart and the throat and the six and the crown and all of your rings, and then down through all the layers of your aura. Let's pay special attention to that third layer, clearing out more of the effort around your heart and that solar plexus, so that, money is earning, making more money. Yes, you can work hard for your money. There's some people that believe that that's the only way you can make money. I don't believe that. I do believe you have to put structures and plans in place. You're not just sitting under your money tree waiting for money to fall on your head. You have to implement structures and funnels and things. There's things you have to do, but it doesn't have to be hard. You can keep taking your next effortless action while your magnet is pulling in what you need. So it's not such hard work. Okay, so as we're bringing this, let's see, we're going through that third layer. Great, money. Okay, the rest of the aura is clear. Awesome. So now the last thing you're going to do with this money is you're going to bring all of this money energy from the heart, throat, six, and crown out your right arm. So it's stopping right at the shoulder. So receiving happens with giving first. That's what I do here twice a week. I give, not with the intention of, oh, then I'm going to get. This is what I love doing. Like, I don't care if I'm getting paid for this or not, because I just love it. And it just feels good to be able to be in service to people. So, however, so that giving, you have to get that circle of reciprocity started. It starts from the heart. You give, that energy comes out that right arm. So you're giving out into the economy, out into the world with your gifts. It doesn't have to necessarily be with giving money. Like, I'm not giving money right now. I'm giving of myself, my gifts, my time, my energy. And so that's giving. And then you put your hands together like this so the energy can flow into the left receiving side of your circle of reciprocity. There. So you're in charge of how much you receive, believe it or not. So it's how much you're going to allow yourself to receive. So as it's coming into that left hand, left arm, it's up to the elbow, up to the shoulder, where it's kind of stopping there. And then we're going to bring it down through the front and back of the heart, out the right, in the left. So it's creating a circle through the heart where the giving starts. And then it's simultaneously passing through the throat. So you can ask for what you need. You can go back to that person that owes you money and ask them if you guys can make an arrangement so that can get repaid. And then through that sixth chakra, let's clear those limiting and lack mindsets. And then through the crown, which is where you give yourself permission. Excellent. And then through all of your rings, which is where all of your information, Akashic records, and all the information you need is up there on how to give and receive. It's just a matter of tapping in and paying attention. Okay, great. So now you're good to go. Your money vibration is high. And notice if that feels different in your energy field. Does that feel different in your body? I'm curious. Okay, let's see what we got here. So I don't know if, just in case that this shows up differently on YouTube or Facebook, or if it's the same. If you show one, it shows the other. I'll have to go back and look. Now I'm curious. Okay, good. So Jackie, let's see. Good morning. Could you check old guides I no longer need? I am not too sure where they are, though I can sense them, and introduce me to a new one if I still need it. Okay, Jackie, how many outgrown spirit guides do you have? You have 5. And so hopefully you have a pen and paper, and if not, you can go back and listen, because I know you're capable and quite able to release these. I'll tell you where they are, and you can I'll let you do the work. Okay. So first one, right in the 6th chakra, out to that 3rd layer. So you're letting go of some beliefs around how you've been using your power. So that's one. And 7, 6, in the heart, also out to the third layer. So that's connecting your power to your heart and also letting go of old judgments that have been like motivating you through these judgments. Second chakra, also out to the third layer. And so there's a lot of anger and rage in this one. So this is overall, this all relates to your power. And so you probably noticed how you're stepping out of this paradigm of using power as your, using anger as your energy and the way that you motivate yourself and crack the whip, etc. And so all three of these are related because they all kind of work together. And then the fourth one is in the root, out to the third layer. So that's that fear of stepping into your power. So you're ready. And let's see what the last one is. Also in your root, out to the 15th layer. So that's that 1% energy that's kind of keeping you down. So if we have time, I'll recheck that before we finish and see how you did. So when you're done, remind me. Let's see. Bandana, you're new. Clear your energy field. Well, let's see what you're working on. And because that's a big question. I can spend an hour and a half clearing your energy field. So let's see what it is you're working on the most right now, where you'll be able to feel the biggest impact. So right in your heart, you're operating from a lot of judgments. And this is causing you to guard your heart. Your heart is like closed down about 50%. So there's some guarding there. And you are sensitive to people judging you. So what I'm telling you is not a judgment. These are just observations about partly why you're so sensitive. And so let's clear that judgment. And let's clear these judgments in your heart so that you can operate from a more open heart, which is scary for you because then that means and feels like being vulnerable. And when you get vulnerable, that feels scary. So that's also partly why your heart is shut down, is this fear of being vulnerable. You don't have a fear of being unlovable, but you do have a fear of being loved. They're different. And so this is, so this is just some old energy that has accumulated over time. Okay, so let's see. There's also some energy in your root chakra out to the third layer. So these two can go hand in hand where you don't feel safe to step into your power. So that's what's happening here in the root. Okay, so let's see if that helped to open your heart some. Yes, now your heart's open 100%. So let us know, like I already know this stuff works, but other people here may not know how powerful this is. And let us know where you're calling in from too. So what would be helpful to know is how you're feeling compared to before I just did that clearing. Like, I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but oftentimes people will feel very guarded beforehand and then just feel lighter, more open afterwards. But I want you to put how you're feeling in your words. So that would be really helpful. Thanks for coming on today. Hey, Rosalind, good to see you here. And Rinky, nice to have you here. So what was amazing? Was it the money energy clearing? And let's see, Monica, what is this? Can we check in on that? I don't know what that is. And so once I hear what that is, let's say Jackie, she's a speed queen here. So she's ready to get rechecked. So let's see if she cleared it, what she was, the homework. Outgrown guides. There's still 2 left. So the one in the 6th chakra. So you moved it from the 3rd layer into the 2nd layer, where there's a lot of anger. So there's still that one, and one in the root, also out to the 2nd layer. So you moved it from the 3rd layer into the 2nd, but they both got stuck on some anger. So give it another try. We'll check again. So great job, Jackie. Keep going. Okay, Monica, let's see, what do we got here? Energy for me has been off today. Old entity, life energy that likes to sneak into my field, adding to feelings of fear of myself, but has been good until today. Can we check in on that? And before we do that, no, we'll get to. I'm jumping all over. Sorry. Okay, Monica. So energy. So you think that there's an old entity. Well, let's see what kind of entities you do have. So you have 5 outgrown guides, 2 fear entities, 5 control beings, and 5 discarnate beings. So that's a lot. So you're aware of some of this, but there's still a lot going on. And so, we don't have time to do all of that because we're nearly to the end, but I'll do a little shortcut here for you. Let's use a black flame for as many of these energies as possible. And I want you to put a black flame in 6th chakra, 2nd chakra, and the root chakra. So put a flame in each of those, turn that on. Let's see how much we can clear, because we've got shortcuts now, which is great. So you do this as well, because I know you're capable. Okay, we're just transmuting all this energy with this new tool. Okay. Okay, let's see how many you have left now. Let's see. Outgrown guides, there's 2 left. Fear entities, 0. Control beings, 0. And discarnate beings, there's 3 of those left. Well, let's do the 2 outgrown guides. So one is in the 6th chakra, out to the 3rd layer. The other is in the root, also out to the 3rd layer. So give your best shot at that. They are usually, we used to do these like one by one, but the things are happening so fast now. And you are quite capable, Monica. You just cleared those. So great job. So you have 0 outgrown guides. So awesome. And then the discarnate beings, those are basically dead people, for those of you who don't know. 6th chakra. So a black flame is good for these. Discarnate beings, 6, all the way up to the 25th layer. So that's going to, they're running their fears through your space. So that's that one. In the heart, also out to that 25th layer. So that's going to create a lot of fear about opening your heart. And then root, out to that third layer that's going to create that fear of stepping into your power. So you're going at it. You're probably almost done. Let's see, what do we have? Yes, you're fast. Awesome, Monica. Great healer you are. So you cleared all of those with my help, of course, because you didn't have the eyes to see it, but you're doing the work. So great job. And the beauty of being able to work with advanced healers like you is that you can take everything you do to the whole next level, to a whole nother level, because I'm the eyes that can see some things that you can't. And since you're so fast, you could really quantum jump on a bunch of stuff. So if you're interested in taking that to a whole nother level, get a temperature report. That's where it all starts. An altitude report. Okay, Vandana is from India. Let's see, where'd you go? There you are. From India. She's feeling lighter. She's been sick for 2 months with respiratory problems. It was amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, great. So yeah, we were working on her heart, right? So here she is talking about respiratory. So the heart chakra is all related to everything around that heart chakra, the lungs, the heart, bronchioles, all of that. So good. Hopefully that helps, Vandana. Monica, not sure if you're able to see my question. I think we did we? Monica? Yeah, we did. We saw it. We cleared it. Great job. Okay, Jackie, let's see what's left. Yes, you got them all. Great job. Okay. And yes, for those of you who enjoy coming here, some of you get here bright and early so that you can be first. I try to answer in the order that they are received, your questions. So please share this with your friends and others that can. We're here every Tuesday. The time changes on Tuesdays to answer your questions. We want to accommodate as many different time zones as possible. And so Tuesdays, the time is always changing. But please share this with your friends, like and subscribe. And we're also back on Fridays to do a major energy clearing on a specific topic. So we don't know what this Friday is, but be sure to come back. And so Monica is giving us a big whoa. And we are at the end of our okay, let's see if there's anything we've forgotten. Thank you. And Jalpa, I've been working with Jalpa and her extended family and partner, who we were able to help through the whole COVID thing, was in intensive care for weeks, and so back home and recuperating. So yes, thank you for the shout out, Jalpa. And Monica says, thanks for seeing and helping me out. So nice to have someone help see. I think I will. You're feeling way more empowered. Absolutely, absolutely. Because you also got some confidence around what you're able to do. So that was an old message. Okay. All right. And then I also didn't want to skip Cindy, who is at the Phoenix airport, delayed due to technical issues. Well, it's Mercury retrograde, I do believe still. I'm picking up my granddaughter today. Is it possible for you to check her energy and mine to confirm we are clear? You're clear as far as the connection between the two of you. There's no courting going on, so that's good. I'm not showing anything that's lighting up. I'm glad you guys had a great trip in Sedona, and I'm sorry I wasn't able to get out there, just timing-wise. Things didn't work out, but all right. So we will be back on Friday to do a very big meta-clearing on a specific topic. So stay tuned to see what that's will be about. I'm always just waiting for Spirit to tell me what we're doing. So come back, like, share, subscribe, do all those great things so that more people can benefit from this powerful work. All right, sending so much love. Enjoy your week. Namaste.